Well, the president recently used the term trade skirmish. You know, I don't know whether it's a trade skirmish or a trade war, but there's no question that that's a real issue. It has the potential to have a bigger impact on markets. I don't think that it's had a significant impact on markets at this point in time. But I think the more interesting question around the relationship between the U.S. and China is not just figuring out where we are on trade, but factually, there's an enormous imbalance in the relationship. And I think this is something that the administration has been right on in terms of how they've articulated it. In terms of China's openness, the way businesses, including a business like ours, can participate in China, around technology transfer, et cetera. All that has to be rebalanced. And trade is only one component of that. And I think one of the more interesting things that market participants are looking at and thinking about is where is the longer term or the more medium term relationship between China and the U.S. going as we try to resolve this, because it's actually something that Democrats and Republicans really do agree on. You know, we've got to bring that relationship more into balance, and trade is only one aspect of it.
Whether you like the tactics or not, is it fair to say that the president's tactics are working? And by that I mean, is the Chinese economy hurting a lot more than the U.S. economy? I
think you have to be careful with that. I think the diagnosis is right. We have an imbalance. We have to fix it. Not clear, on the tactics. There's no question at the moment China's economy is been under more pressure than the U.S. economy has been, but I think you've got to be careful about how you carry that through. I think this is actually something that's not going to get resolved quickly. Whether the trade issue specifically gets resolved quickly or not, the broader issue with respect to how China and the United States participate economically around the globe, that's going to take more time.
Can that derail U.S. growth next year?
It can certainly have an effect on U.S. growth. And, I do think that over time we will talk a lot about the relationship between the U.S. and China, and that will have an impact on U.S. growth and global growth, given the size of both economies.